FOS TV is brought to you by the Lion's Den. The Den always has been and always will be about enjoying family and friends in an environment steeped in Happy Valley tradition. So come back to the Den, the perfect place to recall old memories while creating new ones.
So Sam, what has the last couple of weeks been like for you?
Roller coaster ride. Obviously, with what happened in Virginia, pretty disappointed. But you know, it's my job to keep moving forward, and you know, I had to focus on that and my technique, and you know, think about the next kick. So, but it was up and down. You know, I had a lot of support from family and friends, and a lot of actually PSU like supporters out there that reached out to me, got letters, emails, messages, all kinds of things. So it felt pretty good to have all that support behind you.
When you say PSU supporters, you mean like fans or former players?
Fans, players, coaches, friends, family, pretty much anyone that directly reached out to me. It was positive, so I felt pretty good.
What about your teammates? I mean, how did they deal with everything?
Well, I mean, they were there for me. I know that night they just stayed with me. We watched some games, tried not to think about the whole game against Virginia. And that helped. It felt good to know that they were there for me. I mean, they're pretty much my brothers now, so it felt good.
Were there any teammates in particular who kind of went above and beyond to help you out and make you feel better?
Well, my roommates, Darren Thompson, TJ Radigan, Jordan Kerner, Angelo Mangiro, Ben Klein, all those guys were, I mean, around that weekend, and they were all there for me after the game because they knew I was pretty upset about it, the whole loss. But
did they say anything in particular to you that really stood out? What made you feel better?
You know, they said, hey, you've done a hell of a job in practice, so we know you're a good kicker, just keep your head up, think about the next game.
Was there any one message that you got from either your teammates or fans or anybody that really kind of resonated and really was able to help you out?
I got a lot of messages from previous kickers here at Penn State saying, hey, you know, we had a rough game, so-and-so, and, you know, we bounced back from it. Don't worry about it. I mean, you're obviously pretty good being the starter, so, you know, don't worry about it. Move on to the next kick.
Who were some of those guys, Sam? Who contacted you?
Robbie Gold, Kevin Kelly, kicker from the '82 championship team. Even a few NFL kickers contacted me, Blair Walsh, you know. So I think they kind of knew what I was going through to a point, and they wanted to help me because they've been through tough times too.
Robbie struggled here, and now he's one of the best kickers in the NFL. Did that mean anything special to you to go back to, you know, he talked about his struggles here?
He said he'd been there, and I'd heard from other players, hey, you know, Robbie had a bad game. I think it was against Iowa, and, you know, look at him now. He's like one of the best kickers in the NFL, so just keep your head up, don't worry about it, move on.
What about Bill O'Brien? What did he say to you after the game?
The sun will come up, you know, don't get too down on yourself. Obviously got to work on your technique and stuff, and I think we did that, and it was good to feel his support behind me.
What do you think the problem was against Virginia? Do you think it was something mechanical, or do you think it was getting in your head a little bit?
I think it was me pulling my head up after that first miss. I was pulling it up pretty quick, and you're never supposed to do that as a kicker. And the whole process, snap to hold the kick, wasn't perfect, but you know that falls back on me. I got to make those kicks either way. So.
What was going through your mind in that final kick?
I was actually pretty happy to redeem myself. I mean, I think I missed 4 kicks my whole senior year. So, you know, I've never experienced missing that many kicks in one game. So I was kind of happy to get out there and be able to try and be the hero, you know. And unfortunately that didn't happen, but, you know, I was pretty excited for that opportunity.
Every time we've seen you in practice, you know, the little bit that we've been in, you're just drilling everything. What was the disconnect between maybe things not quite working in games? Because was it a matter of confidence? Or?
I think I was rushing into the kick.
Okay.
You know, when they blocked that extra point, you know, I think I got all worried, like, hey, you know, I got to get this off faster. And it really wasn't that. It was more the blocking and me just getting the ball in there.
What was it like for you? Because I don't know if you follow Twitter or social media, and people got pretty vicious. Did you know that? Did you know what was out there?
I mean, I have a Twitter, and you know, I don't really care what people say. You know, they can say whatever they want. It doesn't really affect.
It had to be hurtful a little bit, though.
I mean, you know, kind of roll with the punches, I guess. You know, I mean, I did miss 4 kicks, so I understand fans being pretty upset, but you know, you got to move forward. Like, I can't really say anything about them being negative about me. I mean,
did you get anything in person? Anybody say anything to your face?
Not really. No. Everyone that pretty much recognized me or knew me was, hey, keep your head up. We're going to need you the rest of the season.
How about your family? I mean, because that's where, you know, for you have your teammates and stuff, but I'm sure your family's hearing some of this, and it's probably, you know, just crushing it.
I mean, they were pretty upset for me. They realized I was pretty disappointed, but they were there for me. They called me, like, right when I got off the plane, you know, and when they came up for the next game, they gave me a big hug, you know, hey, we're here for you. We love you. Keep your head up. You're a good kicker. Don't worry about it.
After the Virginia game, a lot of players said you shouldn't be blamed for the loss. Do you feel like you should have any blame in that loss?
I mean, yes. I mean, I missed 4 kicks. I missed a 20-yard field goal. I missed an extra point. So, in a sense, yeah. But I mean, there could have been other plays. You can't determine the whole game on one play here or there. But I mean, do I feel responsible a little bit? Yeah. But you know, it's a whole team sport. So I'm not going to say it was solely my responsibility.
What did you think when the last game, before the game, when you were warming up and the fans were going crazy every time? Did you view that as a positive thing? Because I think
I mean, I think it kind of, I thought it was kind of funny. I mean, it was an extra point, and they were like acting like it was a 60-yard field goal. So I thought that was kind of funny, but other than that, it didn't really affect me.
Also, before the game, last week and this week, some other guys are goofing around kicking. McGloin, Schrei.
Yeah, Schrei.
Is that just them having fun?
Yeah, they're screwing around, you know. They'll go out before
to kind of
practice.
lighten the mood.
Yeah, it's always good to lighten the mood when you're a kicker, so, you know.
O'Brien said the fourth and goal at the 8 call had nothing to do with you. But what went through your mind when they decided to go for it instead of giving you an opportunity?
It's the coach's call.
Was it tough for you at all? Did you feel like he was down on you at all?
No. I mean, I missed the extra point before that, but I mean, I'm not going to question his call at all. I mean, he's a great coach. So.
Since the Virginia game, have you been worried that you might lose your starting job?
Initially, a little bit, but I mean, I performed really well in practice. So, and they said they called me in that, hey, you know, you're a kicker. Like, we're sticking with you. We're gonna work on your form, your technique, and you know, in practice, I think I missed like 1 or 2 kicks all of last week and this week combined. So.
To have a kick go through the uprights, a field goal today, what does that do for you?
It's a sense of relief. You know, to get one through there after the whole mishap at Virginia. But you know, you just try and think of everything as an extra point.
When you sat down here, you kind of took a deep breath, and it's like, you know I have to face the media at some point. How difficult is it for you to come out and because you know we're going to ask you some tough stuff and probably some dumb questions and.
That doesn't really bother me. I know it's part of the whole being like at a big school at Penn State. You know, that's part of the process. But I mean, I don't really mind that much.
Thanks, Sam.